food scraps. Hi, this is Joe DeRisi, Recycling Coordinator for Town of Hamden, Department of Public Works. And briefly, I want to talk about food scraps because it's very important that we start recycling them. Here I have a countertop container for my food scraps from the kitchen. This is a stainless one that has some filters to help with odors, but you don't have to be that fancy. You could use a free container like this, perhaps, that we will give out from the town, courtesy of Stop and Shop. Just call and I will give you one. Also, there's store-bought versions like this for your countertop. Then what you want to do is you have two options right now. Well, three options. The least preferable option is you put it into your trash. 20% of the trash that goes in here is food scraps that could be recycled, and it costs a lot of money to dispose, has tipping fees, transportation costs, and it often ends up in a landfill out of state where it will decompose and not very well, so that we get gases like methane that we don't want. So we prefer not to do this. We have to move away from putting our food scraps. So two options you have right now are you can get a container maybe as big as this, put your food scraps in it for the week, and then bring it to the transfer station. And at the transfer station we have a container where you can put it, and then it goes to quantum biopower, where it's made into electricity and compost. So that's an option right now, but it does require you having to drive to the transfer station to bring your food scraps there. Again, a 5-gallon pail like this, you probably wouldn't have to go more than maybe once every 2 weeks, depending upon how much cooking you do and how many people in your household, etc. The other option, which is even preferable to that because it has no cost, trash costs something like $90 a ton to dispose of, plus transportation. To bring it to quantum biopower costs somewhere around $45 a ton plus transportation. So that's a lot better, but still a cost. If you get a composter or make a pile somewhere in your yard, if you're able to do that, you can put your food scraps in here. You will get compost as a result that you can use in your garden, flower beds, potted plants, whatever. And there's no cost to the town, right? Because you're doing this all on your own. You're just going to take this food scrap and now this is, having a container like this is just one option. You can just have a freestanding pile, and you want to mix your food scraps with leaves and lawn clippings and other materials, which is also an advantage, because then you don't have to bag your leaves and have it go to the transfer station to get composted that way, which is a cost to the town. So add your food scraps, leaves, grass clippings, and there's specifics about how much moisture and how many greens versus browns, but you can find all that information out, and feel free to call the Recycling Coordinator at 203-287-7021. This composter is courtesy of our waste hauler, so I'm experimenting with this. I also plan on building a 3-bin composter so that you can have the newest and then the oldest, so you're grabbing your compost out the last one and then just rotating along, and you can get soil augmentation all the time. All right, so free pails available. Just call me up and we can hook you up for that, so you can bring food scraps to the transfer station and not put it into your regular trash.